Anger mandating? Okay, come on.
When it hits him, it's just action.
Hi, my name is Kellen Hawksworth, and today we're going to be talking about Merlot. Merlot in the 1990s was considered synonymous with red wine. And though it's fallen in popularity some in the last few decades, it still remains a very strong variety. In France, Merlot is by far the most widely planted variety of grape planted in the entire Bordeaux region, and is third behind Carignan and Grenache as the most widely planted black variety in all of France. Now, with a flavor profile similar to Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot differs in that it tends to be less distinctive and slightly more herby or herbaceous overall in both aroma and taste. Ripeness appears to be critical. Both overripe and underripe grapes lean away from fruitiness and towards herbaceousness. Also, Merlot has a lower natural acidity than Cabernet Sauvignon and slightly less astringency due to its lower amount of tannins and thinner skins. This leads to the characteristic fruity, lush mouthfeel of Merlot. Now, across the spectrum of Merlot, several flavors are somewhat common. There are fruit notes of currants, black cherry, and plum, floral notes of violet and rose, and spice notes of caramel, clove, bay leaf, and green peppercorn. When it comes to pairing Merlot, one must be aware of the range of variety within Merlot. Drier, more Cabernet-like Merlots will pair well with foods that tend to pair well with Cabernet Sauvignon, such as grilled and charred meat. Fruitier, lighter Merlots will pair well with the same type of wines that pair with Pinot Noir, such as salmon and mushroom-based dishes. Also, light-bodied Merlots can even pair well with seafood and shellfish, such as prawns and scallops, especially if there's a heavier meat such as a prosciutto or ham in the dish. Things to avoid with Merlot are blue vein cheeses, as the strong smell and aroma of the cheese can overpower the fruit flavor of the wine. Also, spicy foods should be avoided, as the capsaicins can amplify the perception of alcohol in the Merlot, leading it to taste tannic and bitter. Moving on to our selection, the first wine we have to present is the Trois-Mets by Silver Oak. From Napa Valley, this wine is characterized by a deep garnet color and an intensely concentrated nose of black cherry, blackberry essence, and freshly ground black pepper. On the palate, it is full-bodied and velvety, with fine-grained tannins and an extremely long finish. Next, we have the Spring Valley Uriah. From Walla Walla, Washington, this Merlot blend has a nose of complex dark fruit, with hints of cedar, crushed stone, and dry herbs which lead into black fruit, licorice, and grenadine syrup on the palate. Next, we have the North Star. From the Columbia Valley, this rich wine is concentrated and yet elegant, with aromas of cherry, plum, raspberry, and blackberry, finishing off with flavors of toasted oak, vanilla, coconut, mint, and toffee. Moving right along, we have the Silverado. From Napa Valley, this wine is characterized by aromas of earth, dried herbs, and cherry. On the palate, it has a medium body, lush fruit flavors, and balanced acidity with a long finish. Right next, we have the St. Francis. From Sonoma County, it is a distinctive Sonoma County style, with spicy herb and vanilla overtones giving way to full, strong black fruit on the palate, nuanced with chocolate. Its round, generous tannins give it a big finish. Next, we have the Robert Hall Winery from Paso Robles, California. This wine has rich aromas of blackberry, raspberry, and black cherry, which are accentuated by hints of tobacco. On the palate, rich flavors mirror these aromas and are complemented by soft, silky tannins on the finish. Next, we have the Franciscan Oakville Estate from Napa Valley. Complex and layered aromas of black plum, currants, and sweet notes of toasty oak lead into a full, round palate with vibrant dark cherry fruit, sweet herbs, and a silky mouthfeel. Next, we have the Chateau Saint Michel Indian Wells. From the Columbia Valley, The Indian Wells Merlot offers ripe black fruit aromas and jammy flavors typical of the Waluke Slope Reds. This is a full-bodied style of warm climate Merlot with a round and soft finish. And last but not least, we have the Jacobs Creek Reserve from Australia, characterized by concentrated flavors of cherries, plums, blackberries, and spice, which are balanced by oak and soft tannins. It has a long and smooth finish.
And then for our by the glass, we have the Salmon Creek Merlot, and that rounds out our Merlot. Thank you.